A crystal refinery, and one responsible for a highly complex manufacturing process. The nature of the work was such that only a select few constructs could perform it, and only 2 of those remain in operation. Fortunately, that is enough for now, though apparently there was a time when they could be found throughout the kingdom.
Okay. I guess that makes some sense.
The lives of our people and this tree are interconnected. As we prospered, so too did it. It was the site for many of our rituals, and though that role has since been taken up by the Temple of Time, I am sure this sacred tree watches over us still.
Oh, so it was about the tree. Huh. Okay. So this is where they used to do their rituals. And then they moved it over to the Temple of Time. Wonder why they would have moved it. That seems a little weird. I mean, I guess at that point, if he's talking about how the Zonai, the tree was important to the Zonai and their rituals, when they started including the Highlands in the rituals, they might have been like, okay, we need to go through and make it somewhere where it's a little bit more accessible for the Highlands to get to. That might have been that rationale.
This is known as a Zonai device dispenser. But the concept of leaving things to chance is not one often seen in our civilization. I myself believe that it was originally created with a different purpose. Maybe it was used for entertainment, or maybe it was not even originally made by the Zonai. The ways of our ancestors are sometimes unclear, but they are also interesting puzzles to unravel.
What do you mean not made by the Zonai? No, you can't. No! The Zonai are confusing enough. You can't be throwing more stuff at us. Damn it. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Though the flux constructs can enter a standby mode, reducing energy consumption outside of battle, they remain one of our less energy-efficient creations. Considering their limitations, I would love to improve on their design and give them greater range. But my sister says the ancient schematics for them are quite abstruse.
She's like, no, brother, we're not doing that. It's gonna be too much work. Alright.
It was here that we used the capabilities of frost emitters to create a permanently snowy region. By encircling the island in cold air, we created an ideal place to test the durability of constructs and Zonai devices. I'll always remember the look of wonder on Sonia's face the first time we came here.
I mean, that's a legitimate reason to create a, like, icy field to test your constructs.
We intended for this airfield to allow easy transportation of goods between Sky Islands. While I hoped the people of Hyrule would make use of it, the flying machines proved challenging to control. I once sought to join Sonia while she practiced with one, but a construct stopped me, insisting that the devices are limited to one rider.
Yeah, no, I think, unless you have a Korok, which, you know, you have to place them very carefully on them. They're only meant for one.
I don't believe anyone else is as proficient at handling Zonai devices as the Maker constructs. That said, one should be careful around the inventions of less experienced ones. I recall a very chaotic rafting ride when a misaligned fan made it nearly impossible to steer. I was scared half to death throughout, but Queen Sonia enjoyed herself. Our culinary constructs were imparted with knowledge of both cooking meals and concocting medicines. Though they have no taste buds, They learn to mimic the movements we make when tasting food. Even my sister, who gifted them with the ability to learn in the first place, was surprised by what they gleaned through simple observation.
I mean, the thing is that tasting is just recognizing different chemical signatures. So, depending upon how she built them, they might have been able to, quote, taste, even if they couldn't actually eat.
On occasion, constructs have been observed forming a line as they wait for an available charging spot. More interestingly, some will give up their place in that line to allow constructs with a greater need to recharge first. Or it that everyone always acted with such empathy.
I mean, part of that is, their understanding of practicality. Like, can't do your job if, someone else is not able to do their job. I'm not really sure if it's empathy or practicality on their part.
These rails are intended to transport materials, but they also supply energy through pipes. The Goron people make extensive use of this kind of mechanism, and I believe it is possible they modeled their designs on our own technology.
I mean, yeah, okay.
The forest ostriches were once on the brink of extinction. However, a proposal by the Queen was made to protect them, and eventually, this species flourished once more. Though they were originally only found in colder lands, they are highly adaptable, thriving in all but the frigid polar regions.
Alright.
The Temple of Time is a bell tower and faithful timekeeper, as well as a spiritual center of this land. It was constructed in a traditional Zonai architectural style that extends both up into the sky and down into the ground. It was believed in ancient times that such a design could pierce through evil.
Okay. That makes sense.
This altar is considered the most holy place in the temple, and it is where we give offerings as part of our prayers for a bountiful, peaceful world. I have heard ancient legends that it could interact with a sacred power, allowing travel back and forth through time. Though how this was done is a mystery to me.
And then Zelda showed up, and you still didn't understand what happened, but, you figured it out. Alright, so